Hey everyone, Melissa here, a Canine Affinity dog training and your dogly advocate. Thanks for joining me today for this video on muzzle desensitization and teaching your dog to enjoy wearing a muzzle. Why do dogs wear muzzles? Sometimes they get nervous going to the vet. One of my dogs wears a muzzle when she goes to the vet because she gets a little anxious. It makes me feel better, it makes her feel better, it makes the whole staff feel better, okay? She's not a bad dog, she just gets a little bit nervous going to the vet. I have muzzle trained dogs because they eat lots of things off the street. So if your dog is prone to picking things up and swallowing it, that can be very, very dangerous. So you might want to train your dog to wear a muzzle, okay? If your dog tends to get nervous, anxious, act aggressively towards other dogs or towards people, you might want to train your dog to wear a muzzle so that you can feel a little bit safer when they're out in the world. Now, we do not train our dogs to wear muzzles so that we can put them in positions where we're putting them in situations where they might act aggressively. So we're not gonna, if our dog is uncomfortable with other dogs, we're not gonna train them to wear a muzzle so that we can take them to the dog park, okay? Muzzles are good management and a good safety tool if your dog is in training or if you just need to manage them in certain environments, okay? So we're going to be working with a basket muzzle today. This is a Baskerville muzzle. This is a basket muzzle. And if you're going to be training your dog to wear a muzzle for any amount of time, you want to make sure it's some sort of basket muzzle. So with a basket muzzle, they can pant, they can open their mouths, they can drink water, eat through it. We can feed treats through it, which is a really important part of the process. And that's the type of muzzle that we need. Measure your dog's face to make sure that you get the right size. All right, so you're going to meet my dog Roger next. He has minimal muzzle training. He has had a few sessions with the muzzle, but he has never had it strapped on his face. He has never worn it for any amount of time, so he's pretty much starting at the beginning with us today. So enjoy. Thanks so much. Okay, so if your dog has never seen the muzzle before, you're just going to want to present the item to them. Yes, good boy. And then maybe toss them some treats just for sniffing it, having it in their space. Yes. Create that association, maybe pick it up, put it back. Yes. He already kind of knows he's supposed to put his face into it. Yes. But he's not that comfortable with it yet. Yes, good job. So I'm just gonna put some treats around it, near it, so that he knows that when the muzzle comes out, great things happen. When the muzzle goes away, cookies stop, everything stops, muzzle comes out. Yes, food starts raining. Even if he doesn't interact with it right now, that's fine. So now that we've spent a session or two doing some nice positive association work, just giving the dog some treats just for the muzzle being out. Now we need to start teaching them what we want, which is to put their face into it. This is why I love a hand touch. If your dog doesn't know the hand touch, no worries, but if they do, we're gonna use that to our advantage. So I'm gonna do a couple of hand touches, touch, yes. Treats for a hand touch, touch, yes. Touch, yes. And now I'm gonna present the muzzle, okay? And I'm not gonna put it on his face, right? Yes, but I'm gonna see if he makes a decision. Yes. Yes, because he's essentially targeting the muzzle, but I'm not saying touch. Yes, because he doesn't know that to this muzzle yet. Yes, but he's essentially doing the same behavior. Yes, good job. Yes, I'm not asking him to put his face all the way in. Yes, I'm just asking him to touch it with his nose, right? Yes, very good. Just for a split second. Just present it, yes, and see what happens. And we'll do that several times. Just getting him used to putting his nose towards the muzzle until he gets a little bit more comfortable with that and becomes a nice positive association that the muzzle comes out. Yes, and his face goes in. Beautiful. Good job, buddy. Basically, what I'm going to start out by doing is I'm just going to present the muzzle to him. I'm going to put it behind my back. I'm going to pull it out. And whatever he does, whether he sniffs it, whether he puts his face in it, no matter what he does, I'm going to tell him, yes, that's his marker word, and then I'm going to give him a treat. I am not going to put the muzzle onto his face. It's very important that you never put the muzzle onto your dog's face. We want to teach them to put their face into the muzzle. If we force the muzzle onto their face, then they're going to learn that they don't have any choice in the matter. All right, here we go. Roger, here. Yes. Oh, going to toss the treat away so that he can come back to it. Yes. Take it away. Yes. So you see I'm holding it out and he's coming towards it. Yes. Not putting his face in. That's totally okay. Yes. That time he did. That's great. I love that. Yes. He touched it. No problem. Yes. So any interaction with the muzzle is great right now. I'm not picky. Yes. Oh, that was very nice. He put his whole face in there. And the reason I'm throwing, yes, take a little break here. The reason I'm throwing the treat away from him is so that can you lay down for a moment? Good boy. The reason that I'm tossing the treat away is so that he has a choice to go away and then come back to the muzzle, okay? So I could feed him through the muzzle, and we'll do that after he's a little bit more comfortable having his face in it. But right now, I just want very, very brief interactions with the muzzle, okay? So that's why I'm tossing the treat away rather than giving it to him right next to it. I'm giving him a chance to create space from this new thing that might make him a little bit uncomfortable, all right? So we'll do that for 2 or 3 minutes, maybe even less depending on how comfortable your dog is, just rewarding them for any interaction with the muzzle, okay? And that's gonna be where we're gonna start today, all right? We're gonna start with some good positive associations. Maybe do that for 3 or 4 sessions, 1 or 2 if your dog seems super comfortable over the course of a day or 2. And then you're gonna move into just having them look at it, maybe touch it with their nose, maybe start to put their face into it. You can feed them some treats through it, but only ask them to touch it for a second or 2. We wanna go nice and slow. Slow and steady in the beginning is how you create success towards the end. Work on that maybe for a week or so, and then I'm gonna have another video coming out to you guys soon about starting to strap the muzzle, creating a little bit of duration so that you can have that muzzle on for a longer period of time. Thanks, guys. Good luck.